Hey guys, this is the BOCH Weekly Round-Up. This week we're going to talk about betas. So we recently we've played a few betas lately.
Yeah.
So we sweated Siege out.
Yeah.
Rainbow
Quite a
Six
lot.
Siege a lot.
Yeah.
That was good. That was fun. I enjoyed it.
We talked about Battlefront last week, so if you want to hear about Battlefront, go watch that video.
The link will be in the description.
So yeah, Siege.
My first thoughts being an avid FPS kind of mediocre. I don't really like FPSs very much. I enjoyed it. It was fun, especially when Osh got blown up a couple of times. That was...
Yeah, well, because of terrorists, that's one mechanic I don't like about in the beta.
I think that's something that everyone agreed on, that the suicide guys
were
not needed. There was no need whatsoever.
Yeah,
they're overpowered.
Well, no, I
think they're a fun addition, but they need to be nerfed a bit, and that the AI is ridiculously overpowered, even unrealistic.
I don't think it's even that they're clever, because all it would be is that obviously we're not some psychic motherfuckers that know when someone's on the other side of a door. So you go around a corner and he's just there, and you're like, well, fuck, bang.
Well, no, I think we can all agree that at first we kind of saw it as a comical element to the game.
Yeah, it made us giggle a lot, but eventually it got kind of old.
Especially if you try to actually finish an actual new map on realistic.
It's an okay AI to have, but not every game. I think it's going to be a rare one or on harder difficulty.
Oh, we should also point out, most of the things we'll say will probably be about the terrorist hunt game mode, just because it was so difficult to get into a bloody multiplayer mode.
Yeah, so I think I've only ever played the classic terrorist hunt.
Oh no,
so I haven't played a single
me and Connor got in.
We got into a multiplayer game, yeah.
So how was that? You guys speak about that first, because
it's like, I don't even know.
Well, no, I think
we sucked.
We played with Russian people for starters. So.
It's just like, it's not even that. It's like, it's difficult, which I think is good. It's really good that it's hard. It's completely different from any other.
Well, it's already got its own like MLG thing, hasn't it?
Yeah, they're doing esports stuff for it, which
Yeah.
I think is good. That's refreshing.
Well, I like the fact,
especially for a AAA game.
I like for the fact that like the start of each time you go into the game, you have that little setup period where you're like looking for where
your little preparation. That's good.
Yeah, I think that's like
Payday.
Yeah.
It's good that you can't draw penises on it though this time.
Like Payday. There's no maps with like
drawing with
dicks.
Yeah, that's one disadvantage of Dota. When you get like me playing it, just
drawing dicks.
I'm just drawing a dick. But no, I mean it was good. It was a good game. It's nice to be able to, if you played it tactically, you could breach in certain areas and push through. What's the character which has the wall breach, but with the little balls?
The Russian guy.
Oh, Fuse.
Yeah.
Fuse.
I think he was everyone's favourite.
I think he was overpowered slightly.
Well, he had the best.
He's more powerful than
Fucking
the rest
awesome.
of everyone else.
Yeah, he had the best ability. Basically,
Best
he
utility.
puts a little grenade launcher on walls and it shoots out loads of grenades, and anyone that's in that room is boned.
Unless there's like something in the way, and then the grenade.
Yeah, you can take cover from it. But I think it pops 4 or 5 in. So
5, I think, roughly.
It's pretty good.
He's also good because he's got a riot shield as well.
Yeah, but who's going to use the fucking
The
riot
AK
shield?
is awesome.
I think I preferred Sledge. I think I'm talking about utility characters first of all. I mean, yeah, Fuse was good, but I mean, you could then just sledge a wall in and go.
Yeah,
I think the problem I had with the game was there was no because we only played terrorist hunt. There was no reason to buy a defender, and because some of them are locked to being most of the viable characters are locked to being either attacker or defender. You're pretty screwed when it comes to being able to choose.
Yeah.
Like, say I want to play Montag. Is it Montag?
Montagna.
Yeah. He is an attacker, and he's only an attacker. Therefore, I can't play him in defense on the 5v5, even though he has a big fuck off riot shield.
That was something we said the whole week playing it though. Was that
the weakness in having a character system?
Yeah, we hated that it was like you had your guys with names and stuff, and it's cool that they want to make different characters or whatever. Obviously, that kind of makes the esports element a bit more normal because it's a bit more like a MOBA then, obviously, isn't it? But then I don't understand why they didn't just do it like an old Rainbow Six game like Vegas 2. You just made your dude, and you could have whatever. You kitted him out. That would have been so much easier in my mind.
I think what we've got to look at is how's the game going to fit into the series of Rainbow Six Siege as a not Siege, sorry, just Rainbow Six as a whole. I mean, where does Siege fit in there? I mean, is it standalone or is it like a sequel to this Vegas games or?
That's true. I think it's. I don't know. We don't know anything about like a storyline or anything.
Well,
I can't remember any of Vegas 2 either. I think it's just some
It's
idiots
just
trying to
too long.
bomb Vegas.
Too long ago. I mean, what was the? I mean, I know it was on PC. Was it on PC?
It was on
Yeah.
everything.
It
I had
was-
a PS3.
Yeah.
I've got it on Xbox 360 because they gave it away.
Here's more
With
fucking
gold, but-
sick game.
Yeah, I remember it being quite good, but no. To different betas. What new betas have been out recently?
Well, before we move on, what does everyone think overall about the tech side of things, like how they handled the amount of people that were playing?
I think for a beta, it was pretty oversubscribed. Everyone was on it, and so therefore we found it impossible to get into a game on the multiplayer. Like the co-op loading wasn't too bad, but there was a couple of times where we'd disconnect or someone would.
I think
go
that
out,
was
but that could
'cause
be blamed on the internet.
I don't know if the
so-
co-op game modes were like locally hosted. Like obviously
I
not
believe
LAN,
at
but,
least
you know.
someone. Well, not LAN, but I think there at least some part of them was locally hosted.
Yeah, because if I hosted one, we're all.
Real buggered.
Pretty fucked.
So
But yeah,
We don't-
other betas.
What else? What other betas have been out recently?
Well, we can't really talk about Battlefront.
We talked about that last week.
We played Vermintide.
Yeah, we played Vermintide a little bit, and from what I played, that was rather enjoyable.
Well,
It's
no,
very
no-
stabby.
Look, kick ass.
No.
the Corsair booth at EGX, wasn't it?
I mean,
Yeah.
I actually got to sit down and physically play the
Connor
game.
had the best experience with it.
Yeah, I mean, when I was playing it, I sat down. I was like, I don't really know what this game's about. And it's like, I really got into it. It's like it felt a lot like kind of like a medieval Killing Floor style of game.
Yeah.
I mean, I hadn't realised it's part of the Warhammer. Yeah,
Warhammer Fantasy.
I hadn't even realised that. I thought it was just a standalone game.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I think it's good especially because of the way Warhammer branded games have gone recently, and a lot of them have been absolutely shocking. I'm not even talking about 40k. I'm talking about actual fantasy games. They've all been shocking, but this one has real promise. I mean, it comes out on Steam within the end of the month, doesn't it?
I believe so.
I mean, you can already pre-purchase it now anyway, so.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a little bit overpriced for what it is, but that's just my opinion. And
I don't know if it is though. We don't know what it is. We've only
to
played
be
one
fair, we've
level.
only played one level, and we didn't even get through a boss fight. So
Yeah, for all we know, it
Next
could
Friday
be
release
the
date
biggest
anyway,
game ever. Next Friday.
next Friday, that's pretty good.
That's awesome. I need to buy that.
If you
I mean, it's 10% off now at Steam, so and that's available, that offer till actually when it comes out on date. So I mean, if you guys like the sound of it, go check it out. I
Yeah, so
the trailers are cool. The music's
mean,
cool.
betas, you can buy a beta key.
The
of
beta
GTA.
key is a bit different. The beta works weirdly to other betas.
Isn't
The
it
beta is-
timed beta?
The servers are only up
For a
on
couple of
certain
days.
dates. I don't know if they've finished doing those now
I
because
think
we're
they
only a
probably
week
should have
to
done by now,
release.
but I know you can pick a code up on certain sites for 10 pence pound maybe at most. That's not including car charges, obviously.
well,
but-
I don't think there's really much point in going out.
No, I mean next Friday.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't
know.
now. But
If you want to see some of it, go and watch a video.
we don't have any gameplay of this, do we?
Well, no.
I think-
No, we don't.
Did it, I mean, I think going back onto it, I mean, we talked about it coming out. I think what we need to talk about is the actual. When I was playing it, I think I played it a bit with one of our friends as well. And he was playing like a dwarf character, and I was playing an elf. And you know, some of the issues you have with these like horde firefight, you know, mode games is that all the characters kind of like feel like the same.
Well, most of them are the same. I think a couple of them are ranged. A couple
No.
of them are.
Well, no,
Well, in this one, every character has a ranged weapon and a melee weapon. And
Yeah.
I think you can pick that before you go into the level.
and also, no, but what I'm trying to get here is that the character, like the way the characters have been actually developed, they feel like very unique.
Yeah.
So like the elf is different to the dwarf.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
The dwarf is different
And
to the
I mean,
gunslinger.
I think the elf was better at ranged combat than the dwarf was for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty confident. I mean, I was a bit clueless at the time, so when I was playing it, I was literally just running, hacking and slashing the whole way through, and like just killing all these
You did
rats.
pretty good though.
Oh no, I was sitting there like, I have no idea what I'm doing at the moment, but I'll just roll with it. So, but nah, it looks like a really, really good game. So, and from experience, I'd recommend having a look, trying it out if you can. But
Well, remember, there's always a Steam refund policy, so you can just get your refund if you don't like it in the first 2 hours.
no, it's if you want to get a feel for the game, and this is me, but this is what I do personally. I always watch a little bit of gameplay before buying it, and this has been with every game I've brought over the past 3 years, and I think this is why YouTube is such a good thing. You can actually see the product now and see a bit of it before you buy it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot more accessible as well. I mean, usually, there's early access for YouTubers and stuff like that. And then sometimes, like, if there was a YouTube channel for Vermintide, they might even put the first hour of gameplay on just straight away, as just a given, just so you can watch the first hour of gameplay. I think there's a story mode, isn't there? There might be. I don't know.
The way they're doing it is, if I understand it right, obviously it's 4-player co-op, but there's no cutscenes. They explain the story while you play, like through interaction between the different characters.
I can see that being both an advantage and a disadvantage at the same time.
I think some people will be they'll like the fact that they can play while learning the scenes, but there'll be some people which might not be fast to snap onto things, and they might just forget storylines because they're more worried about the combat.
Well, I think we've got to look at the game. Is this game supposed to be a story-induced game, or is it just supposed to be a hack and slash?
Well, I think my policy on video games nowadays is, if you have an idea for a video game, you should always have the gameplay down first rather than story.
Story, yeah.
Otherwise, make a bloody film, write a book.
No.
Well, no, I mean, there's some games, I don't know if you could call them games, which are now very, very, very story-driven. I mean,
The Last
Running
of Us.
simulators.
well, no, it's like
The
that.
Last of Us has gameplay.
No,
Yeah, it does, but it's still,
I'm not
without the storyline, it'd be dirt.
Yeah, I'm not talking
Well,
about.
And I'm saying that as someone that loved The Last of Us. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Mass Effect as well.
Yeah, Mass Effect.
Well, no,
It's got gameplay, but it's all story.
that's like a mold your story game. But I'm on about these new games which are coming on the scene. I mean, Telltale are very, very big
Yeah, that's true.
gaming company, and I say that like
They're not-
quotation.
Like, it's in the name of the company. They
Yeah.
they tell stories
yeah,
with games.
yeah. I mean, it's not quite games, but more interactive.
media.
Yeah, no, it's, I
It's
mean,
more like an interactive
and
book.
that game came out recently on PlayStation. What was it? Until Dawn, I think it was called.
Yeah. That
And
was
that-
like the same kind of style.
And it's kind of we kind of touched on this last week, how gaming is now entering other mediums within entertainment. It's kind of because it's like that game was a horror. I mean, there's loads of YouTube videos if you want to go out and have a look at it. I'm sure you already have, but it was a very, very horror story-based game. And it was very. I watched some of the extras they did for it. Obviously, I don't have a PlayStation, so I can't take advantage of the game. But I really enjoyed watching it. It's kind of becoming like a stage now where gaming and the use of like film is kind of getting merged into its own little category now. And it's like becoming its own form of entertainment. So would we class these as games, or
What, these games that are just not really gameplay, more like story with different
well,
choices?
it had a quick action.
I think
Yeah, it was pretty much all QTE.
Yeah.
Yeah, but defining a game is a lot harder than just I think the real question is, does it have a fail state? Well, yes, it has an implied fail state. Your character
You can kill
dies.
everyone.
Everyone dies. You fail because you're unable to stop a crisis or something. That's an implied failure state.
Mass Effect suicide mission.
Well, the end of Mass Effect 2, yeah, there is a failure state for Mass Effect, and that makes it a game.
But the way that works is you not playing the game to its full extent and not completing the missions. But it's different in this one. It's your choices, not your gameplay, or you're spending more time doing it.
Well, the choices can count as gameplay because there is still a failure state.
Well, you can't lose it though. I think.
Well, no, it's an implied failure state. If
Everyone
all the
can
characters
die.
die,
Well,
it's
no,
implied that you lose.
No, there is no game over in Until Dawn. Literally, if all your characters die, that is the story.
Yeah. You make the story.
Yeah.
Okay, then
I think
I
it's
wouldn't
just-
count that as a game then. 'Cause there's no
rather
failure
than
state.
rather than saying it's like it's basically a movie with buttons.
Yeah.
It's a game. It's just that people are realizing lately, as games become more popular, that
Yeah.
there's a different way to reach people. There's a different way to
Well,
tell stories and stuff.
it's like, what is a game? That's like, what would you class as a game these days?
Interactive medium with a failure state. That's my opinion.
I'd say anything that's fun.
Yeah.
I Spy with My Little Eye is a game.
Well, okay,
Are we
video
talking
game.
video Fine, I Spy with My Little Lie on Steam.
Well,
Talking about Steam, Killing Floor 2 is it alpha or is it beta?
It's still in beta.
But it's a good beta. Have any of you played it?
Yeah.
I played a bit of it. There was a
Yeah,
free
we've all
weekend a
played
couple
it.
of months ago.
it's amazing.
No, I mean I like the fact that they've obviously taken that new Nvidia system into it.
Yeah, Flex. That looks amazing. I've been looking at that in college as well. and it's
Yeah.
truly incredible. If you want to go and watch some of those demo videos, do it because it's awesome.
Yeah.
But I think,
Could probably get one over the stream.
as far as I know, I'm the only one that was mega into Killing Floor 1.
I mean, I touched on it a couple of times. I just didn't enjoy it. I don't think it was as clean as Killing Floor 2 is.
Well, you see, what they did was, I think Tripwire Interactive, I think, is the development company. I'm not sure. I think that they made Killing Floor 1, and not gonna lie, it doesn't look very good, but I think it's probably one of my all-time favourite multiplayer games. I've got loads of hours on it, but they took all of the money that they earned from that and made another one,
game, yeah.
which is gorgeous in the grossest way possible.
Exactly.
But it's basically the same game, isn't it?
Yeah, exact same concept.
But it's just been buffered.
But yeah, it's basically just like Killing Floor 1 on roids.
See, there's games that do this, like
It is.
Yeah.
the games that just make the game look like shinier. Like FIFA, every year it just gets shinier and shinier,
Well,
right? It just stays
Does
the
it
same.
though?
Commercial.
It's the same
Does
gameplay
it?
over and over again. You are still kicking that ball around the field,
Well,
no matter what
no.
happens.
But I mean,
Whether you look, just because they add tits to it doesn't make it difference.
Oi,
It's not
oi.
innovation.
controversial. Hang on.
well, I mean, let's put it this way: 2013, they didn't have moving crowds. 2014, crowds were moving. I mean,
I
that,
don't need my
I mean,
crowd to be moving.
now we have what do you call it, like the magic spray as well.
yeah, we have magic spray, and
Yeah,
now we
They
have
put that in.
Grass.
yeah,
What's
grass that
magic
now
spray?
moves. Grass has physics now.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, if the
But
ball
are you
sits in a
going
certain
to
place,
see-
it will sink into the grass.
But you're ages away from the floor.
You're like
when
so
it zooms
zoomed
in-
out.
Oh, for God's sake. None of us are... Well, two of us like FIFA.
I
the other
touched
two
on the
don't.
team.
Nah, I love career mode. I mean, I swear career mode in FIFA 15.
I'm meant to be talking about betas, guys.
Okay,
Not FIFA.
So did anyone play the FIFA 16 beta? Now they can talk about.
That
it.
Was
was
there one?
there was
Yeah, no. Well, they have a
There's a big
demo.
one.
It's
It's not
not
a demo.
beta.
It's not beta.
No, there was a beta before.
No,
Mm-mm.
it's just a demo.
Oh, is it?
Just
Never
a
mind.
demo.
Don't
No.
listen to me. Other betas that we have played.
Well, no.
Did you guys enjoy Iron Fish, which was that little indie game we played?
Oh, yeah.
'Cause that was definitely in
I,
alpha
think
or
I
beta.
was the only one that touched it.
If,
right?
Well,
Everyone else should watch.
well, yeah, we watched.
I enjoyed
it.
watching you.
So everyone stood around me as I played this. It's like you're like underwater and there's like zombie fish or something.
Yeah.
I really didn't get that deep into it because there's a lot to see and I wanted to see all of it. But you had to find these like
We'll pop the
data
trailer
files
in.
or something. Yeah, we can do
Yeah,
that.
pop the trailer in anyway, and then you guys can see some of this gameplay.
Yeah.
But I
And
mean,
it seems it's a cool idea. People are really getting into isolated zones like underwater or in space or whatever. Like that Soma,
Yeah,
the
well,
horror game by
well,
the Amnesia guys.
there's horror games are like kind of coming back in their own little sense. I mean,
Mhm.
we had the massive like.
We had your
push out-
massive resurrection from Slender
No.
and Amnesia.
No, I'm not
stuff
talking
like
about that. I'm talking about like the Five Nights at Freddy's. Like they.
Yeah, I was
like,
gonna say I really think the horror games are popular now just because
just because
YouTube.
of that. Yeah. Well, no, because like PewDiePie used to react to Amnesia a lot, but you know, there's like Markiplier and that a lot out there who really do play these games a lot, and you know, people that funny reactions, this, that, and the other. It's like, oh no, you know, I reckon I could do it. I'm not as much as a pussy as like
Yeah,
these
people
people.
see other people play it and then
Yeah.
they want to give it a go.
I mean, I've only ever played the first Five Nights at Freddy's, and I'm not gonna lie. You may see later on I'm an absolute pussy when it comes to jump scares and shit in video games.
Yeah,
so,
no, Connor's horrible.
So yeah, I mean, if something scary happens, I will scream and I will make everyone else absolutely, you know.
Cack themselves.
themselves,
You just
yeah.
make everyone else in the room jump because you scream like a little girl.
Well, no, you wouldn't expect it, would you?
This is a sick game though.
Yeah.
It was no,
Really
I
cool
enjoyed it. It was
concept.
fun. Yeah, no, that was super fun.
I would like to touch a little bit on whether or not there's any point to betas actually being a thing anymore.
Well, I think
it's
back
good
in the
for
old
feedback.
day.
Sorry.
Well, no, I
Sorry.
think we need to look at beta, and I swear someone touched on this last week. We were looking at betas, it's like the Battlefront beta came out way late in the day for like anything to be done.
I don't think.
Well, you
this-
see, I realised that I said something that was wrong in that video where we were like, oh, if they wanted to change anything, they can't and stuff. That beta wasn't. I don't want to call it a beta. That was a server stress test.
It was more like
It was
an
a
early
demo.
access.
It was just a demo.
No, it wasn't.
For
It wasn't
stressing
to
the test.
boost sales or anything. It was just to check if the servers could handle it, which they could, I guess.
No, it's not a full test.
It's a
It's
bit
not
slow, kind of, but whatever. That's all it was. It wasn't like give us feedback about what the game is like. Obviously, they can still get that, I suppose.
No, they got
but-
overwhelming feedback, and they changed. Well, they were patching Empire, the Hoth map,
I don't
Walker
like that.
Assault, because they announced that it was inherently bugged on the Imperial side. Imperial.
Yeah.
On the Imperial side, it was like heavily biased
I
the
just,
entire time.
I just didn't like that game mode full stop. I mean,
No, neither.
I
I
didn't
mean,
enjoy game.
I've looked around the community quite a lot to see
We're
what.
so negative Battlefront.
Well, no,
It's
it's
because it was such a big part of our
yeah,
childhood. and
exactly.
it's-
I mean, we were the
I don't wanna
perfect
play it.
age for it. I mean, 2005 when it came out, you know, we were
the
about,
original Battlefront.
you were about what 7,
Mhm.
8 at the
No,
time.
What about?
Everyone was young.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would touch on beta, like the point of a beta. I mean, I like the idea of a beta if it gives you a feedback form to fill out at
Yeah.
the end of the beta.
Well, no.
I mean, there's no point of having a beta if you're not going to ask for feedback.
I think the problem with now is people like companies are saying it's a beta when it's really not. It's like a month or,
It's like,
or less
try
away
a game
from
that
release.
you might like it.
Yeah.
And
Like,
it's a stress test, and they call it a beta. Like,
it's almost like free advertisement, but allowing to play at the same time.
Yeah.
Do you think that having a beta like that and then releasing the game when it's completely finished, 0 bugs, obviously not 0 bugs, that's impossible, but do you think that is better than releasing an early access game?
I
Yeah.
think that's completely two different things. I remember Halo Reach did this a couple of years ago. This is going to be touching some console-y stuff. But Halo Reach did a beta where you bought Halo 3 ODST, you got access to the beta. It was on for like a week or 2, I think, but don't hold me to that.
It was. 2
And it
weeks.
was
Yeah.
at least 5 months before the game came out.
It weren't that. It was way. It's like probably about 2 or 3. It weren't that.
No,
I mean,
it was,
still
like,
give
it was
a lot
enough
more
time
time
to
than
take a
Battlefield.
lot of feedback. They watched all over all the games, and they made a lot of changes
So
to the
was
system.
so was Bungie doing it right? Is that how you're supposed to do a beta?
That's how a beta should be. A beta shouldn't be a last minute. Here, test the servers quickly. Do it now. No, it should be. Here's the game about 5 months early. It's not finished. This is not what the game will look like. Can you just do some testing for us? See what bugs are currently in, what we've made, that kind of stuff. Because if it's a netcode issue, because if Battlefield 4 had a beta that wasn't a month away from launch, it might have released in a slightly better state.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but I mean, I think if you're asking for more of a feedback, it should be a closed beta with certain individuals that will actually give feedback,
Like-
rather than just an open beta.
So like professional
Right,
QA testers.
people that just
Yeah.
want to take
Yeah.
advantage of it.
Yeah, so I mean, open betas will be just like people shooting at it, i.e. us. But I mean, like, the feedback's not going to be given from an open beta. Yeah, maybe if it's that far back, but then the company's going to be doing their own research into it and watching each one, like Henry said about Reach. But I mean, looking at it anyway.
I think, to be fair, there was a questionnaire within the Battlefront beta.
Yeah, you could give feedback. Well,
At the end of
it's
each
not
game,
like
isn't it?
at this day and age, it's not like anyone is hard to find. You can just tweet at DICE or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I can remember I tweeted that, going back to Rainbow Six, I tweeted at Ubisoft saying, oh, you know, you could change this a little bit. And, you know, they were actively feeding back, getting active feedback and then, like, actively replying to, like, people and, like, consumers who were, like, actually playing on the beta.
That's really nice to see.
So, I mean, I know, you know, Ubisoft and one of these big corporations were ones actually showing that they cared about the consumer by helping out people who had dodgy beta keys and this, that and the other. So,
Okay.
Right, well, that was the weekly roundup for BOCH.
Yeah, I think betas are, you know, obviously that's something that we need to, the industry needs to think about a little bit more. From that's from my
well, I
opinion
think we just need to define differently what is an early access and what is a beta. So, you know,
industry, get on it. That's
But no,
it. That's it from us.
thanks for listening.
okay, if you like this video, leave a like and subscribe and stay around for more. Thank you.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Cheerio.